Good morning here, everybody. Welcome to Trading Within the Box on April 25th, 2024, here at 8:23 a.m. before the market. First of all, this is not a recommendation to buy, hold, sell, or trade any futures, forex, stocks, any equities, options in the stock market. This is an educational video only. If you'd like to purchase stocks, please contact a licensed professional or the brokerage house of your choice, and they will help you there. Okay, so let's get to it. We're going to go over some patterns here, and we're going to go over the stock market first and see what's happening. So the last time we were talking about here, we were talking about how we dropped down to this level here, right here. So we obviously broke, and then we came to the next support level in this 496 or whatever to 498 range. Okay, so on the S&P 500. So now we get the bounce, but look how we're getting in the downtrend. Now, this could change if we get the W and we get the engulfing, and then we start to get this, and then we start to retest this again right off the bottom right there. Now, that is one scenario, okay? That's not exactly the way it's going to happen. We're not sure. But what we do know is that we have down here, okay, we have down in this area, what do we have? We have a lot of volume that has to come back to retest. So come up to this area, okay? You're at resistance. I added the purple line for the 50-day moving average just to show everybody how we're underneath the 50-day moving average right now, okay? So let's say we come up, we got a doji, and we get a follow through down, and we get the retest of this spot right here. Let's see how we come test this spot right into here. Do we come in with much lighter volume and then we hold and then we come back up, or are we going to come after this and then take this out and then go to the 490.73 range and then we bounce all, let's say, off of that, and we continue the downtrend? Okay, let's see what happens at this point. Okay, let's go over to the XLF, and the XLF is the bank basket, and that was so strong beforehand, and look how we broke down, but then we get up and above with some volume coming off the support areas. Okay, so right in this spot here, we get the flush out of the money exchange, and then we come back up. Now, we came down stronger than we're going up. See how we're dying a little bit on volume? See the divergence down as we go up with the stochastic into this spot. Now, this could be a little bit of a breakout failure here. We get some dojis up here, and they hit us. Okay, let's see if that happens. Okay, so that's what we're waiting to see on the XLF. Let's go over the 2-hour chart here, as we always do, and we saw a little bit of a change for a trade. Okay, so now that's just for a trade. Let's see what happens. Now the sellers are starting to come back in. Okay, so let's see actually if that's what's going to happen, and we come up to this area, and then we start pulling back. So, okay, so let's go over. We have a lot to go over here, so let's try to move through this quick. The SMH. Sorry with the allergies here today. Let's go over to SMH now. With the SMH, let's hit the daily chart and see what's happening. We come off support, and this is natural and normal, because in a downtrend, you never go down straight. Okay, you always come back to the last point where it's sold off. See how it came right back to that magnet right there? And that's resistance now right there at that spot, okay? You could come up and tweak it right up to the 20-day moving average, okay, and then fail, and then come back down, okay? So how we know also, we do volume analysis, okay? We know that when, let's go to the volume, okay? As Warner Wolf used to say, let's go to the videotape. Okay, so what do we got coming down on April 19th? We had 13.58 million shares, okay? So as we come up into this spot on April 17th with 11.726 million shares, we're into that range right now at 6.56, okay? And we sold off into that resistance spot. So let's see if they're going to take that down, and we continue that downtrend, okay? IWM, the speculators, what are they telling us? They're telling us that we bounced the same thing, what happened before, and we're coming slamming right into resistance, right into the spot right here. We're slammed right into it. And then what? Do we continue this downtrend? Okay, we come up, and then we come back down. Okay, let's see if we're going to retest this spot. Now, if we come after this area right here with a lot of volume, as we come back to retest it, we go down to the 190.47, okay? So we have a downtrend here right now, but we want to see if there's going to be a little bit of a reversal possibly. We did get the bounce and we get the V-shaped formation, okay? So you have to get the W formation, come back, stop right here, get the engulfing with the follow-through volume, and then you can come back to test this area, that scenario, one scenario. The second scenario is we come here, we fail, we pass this area, and then we come down to the next spot, okay? And then the downtrend continues. See it down there. Bounce again, fail, okay? So then we want to see how many peaks we're at when, on the IWM too. Let's go over to the candlesticks here. And what do we have going on here? We want to see, we started up here right at the top. We had one, now we have two, okay? So if this is a downtrend, we're not done yet, okay? Okay. So right now we are under the moving average, so this market's not being supported, okay? It is supported on the reverse, the DOG, which is what? The ultra short, the Dow 30, okay? So look how we came up, and you see these volume sticks. Always look at the volume sticks right into that spot. Where are we? Right up here. So it's a magnet. You come back. What are you coming back with? Much lighter volume. You came up, you tagged the 29.93. And remember, you don't have to short here and sell short. You could just go long, but you're shorting the market, okay? We have we have three peaks right now. We're sitting on support with lighter volume. Let's see if we're going to hold. And then come back and test this area and then go up to the 30.40. Okay, so if you're sitting there and you're saying, oh, man, the market's going down, what do I do? Sit on my hands? No, you could buy these, okay? These are the inverse of the market. Okay, you go to TZA, and that's the IWM, 3-time bullish share short. So, but you're buying it long. Okay, SDS, which is the ultra short of the S&P 500, the same situation here, getting up and above the moving averages with a lot of volume. Now look at the volume on the S&P 500 short. Okay. Short. Okay, this is short the S&P 500, okay, right? We go there. We stop, boom, we get engulfing, we start heading back up again. We get past this area here, and then boom, we go to 28.62, okay? So that's, while you're waiting for the market to pull back and correct, these are the inverse, okay? This is the inverse. Okay, let's go over to the old world Microsoft, as we always do, and let's get to it because we're wasting a lot of time on just what the market's doing. Let's see what the individual stocks are doing, okay? So we got dojis and we come up right into slamming into the, and we're slamming into the resistance area with dojis because what? We have earnings, okay? We have earnings, okay? So a lot of people, they're waiting to see what's going to happen. A lot of times what happens with Microsoft is, see the earnings back here, what do? They built the cushion, boom. They came back, they sell into the earnings, and then boom, okay? Let's see if that's what they're doing here, selling into the earnings of the boat. Let's see on the weekly chart on Microsoft, and what do we have here? So we're sitting right onto the 20-day moving average on the weekly chart, but we're heading down. So let's see if this is going to pop, and then boom, we'll start breaking down to this level here. Let's see what happens, okay? With the 2-hour chart, we knew that what was happening here was we came off the support area, okay? We have a mixed bag. We have more sellers than buyers right now, though, interested in this Microsoft, okay? So we got to see if we want to see if we're going to get the pullback, we hold, we get engulfing, and then we test this area, or are we going to fail? Boom, and they're going to sell into this right here. We don't know yet. But we do have more sellers than buyers, right? And we do have a high volume stick right there to retest, to come back to. And when it comes back, let's see if it passes this spot, okay? And we head down to the 384.21, okay? So Apple, let's go over to Apple. On Apple now, watch Apple, still in a downtrend now, not being supported right now, okay? We're getting bounces on Apple, on the correction on Apple, okay? let's go over the peak. So we were up here, right? We had one peak right there. We have two. Okay, let's say we have two. This is three. Okay, let's see if we come back and then we go to the 161.46. Okay, remember Apple was up here at 199, so we got a little bit of we got a discount here on Apple. Okay, now when we covered right here, of course they were going to cover heavy because they never covered heavy. They covered a little bit here, then they covered here. Okay, and then you come right to this spot right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, now you could get up to the 173.54. Let's go over the 2-hour chart and follow it there. Okay, we're up and above. We do have on a short time frame. We have a little covering right here. Let's see if we can get first to this right in this area at the 173.06. Okay, let's see if that holds and then boom, it busts up there. This is for a very short term trade though. Okay, it's not for any long term holding or anything like that because why? The market is not being supported right now, okay, by the big institutions. They're pulling the money out of the market right now, okay. NVIDIA, let's go to NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA, look how, remember I told you back on when, and I'm not saying this to say, I told you so or anything like that, but I just followed the money to show you the warning signs, okay. Everybody, yeah, NVIDIA, that was that Friday up here, remember, on March 25th, hitting that area, and I told you, going into this huge volume stick right here on March 8th. Okay, right now it's April 25th. Okay, what I tell you, the warning sign was right there. They gave it to you plain sight. They basically told you, we're selling into this thing here. Okay, they were getting ready to short you. Okay, the big hype on social media or whatever it was. My wife had sent it to me and said, oh, Friday, NVIDIA is definitely going up. It's definitely going up. And locking everybody in, and then boom. And I told you they were going to short you. Okay? So that's what I told you. Now, you're in a support area major support area on April 19th. Okay? So you come up, and you have more sellers than buyers here, and you're pulling back here. Okay? So this is not a surprise. When you were up in this 969 area, okay, look how you dropped down to 765. And I told you the warning sign was right there, okay. Came up with lighter volume and it smacked you down. I drifted back with the shorting, okay. But you see how right here, here's another indication right in this area. Boom, what were they doing? Right here. You got big sellers in there. Okay, right in this spot. So you could hold whatever, then boom, you'll come back down. Okay, right now on NVIDIA, let's go to the weekly chart, and you have a major support area at 745.49. Okay, let's see if it holds in that spot. Okay, you're still pulling down. You still have a correction here on NVIDIA. Let's see if it holds. If it doesn't hold, it bounces a little bit. Then we could be heading down to the 620.35. Let's see. Now we have a lot of volume the week of April 15th coming down. Let's do volume analysis as we're coming down. We came down with 263 million. Okay, we're going into 308. That's why you have support right there. Okay, so you are going into stronger buy volume right into this spot. So let's see if we get that bounce right in that spot. But, bounce into possibly downtrending more, okay? So that is the story with NVIDIA. Now, Amazon, okay? With Amazon, okay, you come down with 56 million shares on the April 19th. Okay, let's see. Yesterday you had 34. So now you're underneath the moving average here, not being supported by the big institutional money yet, okay? Still heading down, okay? You come down, you want to test this 174. If it breaks it and busts loose, okay, you'll be down at the 167.62 range, okay? Remember, they stop. A lot of times they cover at these support levels because they got to make their money back from shorting up here from 187 down to 174. They're going to cover, okay? That's why at these major support levels you get these bounces right there because they got to cover, okay? They have to cover. They can't make money unless they cover. Now, Caterpillar, let's go over to Caterpillar. Now, on Caterpillar, okay, let's look at it. Now, when you go over to Caterpillar and you look at the doji from yesterday, look at the earnings on April 25th, which is today, right? You got the doji, but you got the big selling volume in this spot, okay? So watch the later on in the week, we'll look at the weekly chart, and we are sitting right in that support spot, okay? So let's see what they're going to do after the earnings, okay, here on Caterpillar. Look at it breaking down in the pre-market, okay? Look at the pre-market breaking down. Now you're hitting a support, so you could bounce. You could bounce from this 346, 360, 352 or whatever. You could bounce up into this 357 range, okay? It's very possible. And then boom, and then the downtrend still continues. And always ask yourself why, because look at the sellers in here, okay? Look at the sellers, more sellers than buyers on Caterpillar, right? Okay? So we're looking, remember, we're at a downtrend here, and we want to see how this downtrend is going to, you could always get a bounce into a downtrend and get up to this 379 and then fail. And then, or you could fail in this spot in the 369 range into this bar right here, okay? But you have a lot of interest in selling. Look at the daily volume, okay, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 days. So let's say this is the last 10 days right here. Look at the sellers compared to the buyers, okay? And follow through selling, okay? That's what that is, okay? Let's go over to Costco, the monster retailer, okay? Now, the warning sign was here, but remember this. Now, I want to show you something really quick here now. We got this going on again, okay? What do we have going on here? Whoop, screw that up a little bit. But we have a little bit of a squeeze play, okay, right in that spot right there. Okay, we have a squeeze play right here in this area. Okay, so let's see what they're going to do on Costco. Okay, we have light volume going up, so this is going to be a little bit of a sideways move, okay, on Costco. So just know where you are, that you have the support here, and you have the resistance, and you're trading within the box, okay? So that's what's up with Costco. Tesla. Let's go over to Tesla as we keep following this group. And let's get back to that. Okay, so now Tesla getting destroyed, right? That downtrend all the way up here at this 294 or whatever, and then right all the way down to where we are at 162 now, okay? So at one point, Tesla's will be a buy because it'll reverse. But right now, of course, they're crushing it, okay? And there was one big monster seller right here on January 25th. And then we have, look at this, we have another exchange of money right here. So we had the earnings, right, a few days ago. And then, boom, we have a doji. And then let's see if they're going to crush this, okay? Let's see if they're going to crush it, okay? That's something that we got to continue to keep looking at. Now, Goldman Sachs, on Goldman, you have you dip down into the support area right here on April 12th, okay? We came back up. Now, when we had the exchange of money, there's a lot of limit orders right in this spot right here, okay? A lot of limit orders right here for the big dogs, okay? Came up, you had the W. Now, watch this on the line chart. Look at the W formation right here. You had the W, boom, you came back, you held. You come back, you get a second W, and then you come back up into this area, okay? So when we were watching Goldman on the bottom here, let's go over to the 2-hour chart here really quick. When we were watching Goldman, this was not a surprise by no means, okay? We came back over here. We came back. We held. We got the engulfing. We get a mixed bag here with more sellers than buyers, okay? We come into this sideways area right here with the squeeze pattern, right? Now we had the squeeze play here on the 2-hour chart on Goldman. Look at the squeeze play right there. Boom. And then look at the volume right there, trying to, get some follow through. Now you're up in this spot here and you have no volume. Okay. So we're going to pull back, let's say, and let's see what happens. Okay. Now, as we go over back to the daily chart, okay, this is a mess, okay? Let's see. Right now, we're up into this resistance area, so got to pull this back to see what's going to happen first. Okay, let's see on the pullback. GDX, the gold miners, pulling back now on the gold miners. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a we could be getting this downtrend here come up. Now there it is, same thing as Nvidia, the warning sign. Okay, look at that right in that spot, a warning sign. You got the big block sellers. Okay, you got those big blocks, those iceberg sellers. Okay, right in that spot. Okay, you come down to here, and then we continue downtrend. Look at the sellers, okay, and then look at the buyers down here, okay, right into that, boom, and then you come back down, okay. So that's something that you have to watch on the gold miners, okay. Let's go over to Home Depot, as we always do, because we've been following this guy for a while. We followed the bull run up, and now we're following the short run down, okay, the shorting, okay. Right here, you came up to this area, you had the engulfing, you held the 50-day, and then boom, you busted down. You got almost a no bounce in that area because you didn't really have that covering come through, and then boom, right there, and come back, and then you come into this spot right here, okay. Now you got more increasing sellers again here, so you could go down to 327.39 again. That's why you have to take your profit when you're way up there. You have to do it. You'll get killed if you just keep holding and holding and holding. I mean, people do hold forever. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's why when you're up, this is an instance of you really have to take the profit when you're way up. When you're way up there, it's not going to last forever, especially in this market. Look at the sellers. Now, let's go to the 2-hour chart. Look at the sellers. Look at the institutional money that's selling Home Depot, okay? Selling, getting out of Home Depot right now. But the one beautiful thing about Home Depot is we're going to get an incredible discount. We're getting an incredible discount, okay, from up this 394 and this 331, 333 range, okay? So always remember that. Let's go over to the U.S. dollar. And on the U.S. dollar, as these little dojis just keep popping up, okay? We get up and above, and we're into the resistance. Let's see if we pull back and then continue to head up, okay? Now, let's go to TLT with the 20-year bond. And on the 20-year bond, where are we? We're at support. We got to capitulate. We got a W right here, okay? And we get a capitulation candlestick right here, okay? Let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to sell off of that, or are they going to just pop that up right here? And it's very possible, as we go over the 2-hour chart and we see what's happening here, that they're breaking down right here, breaking down right here. And you have more sellers than buyers right to the next level down. Let's see if they do that. They could easily just pop this. This thing bounces all over the place, so on the 20-year treasury. So let's go over to the McDonald's. Let's go over to McDonald's, then we'll do the energy stocks. Now, McDonald's got crushed, right? Remember what we were doing with McDonald's. McDonald's gets up to this area. We come into this spot, okay? We get 1. Let's call it 1. We get 2. We get 3. Now, on the third bounce here, look at the volume in this spot right here. Let me move this over here a little bit, okay? So look at the volume right here, okay? Right in this spot. Now, you come off support, and you got the engulfing, okay? You get the increasing volume. You got earnings right there, okay? And what do? You come up, you get the bounce, and you come up into this area. So now you're feeding into where? You're feeding into that high volume downdraft right here and right here. So you come up into the resistance area right where it sold off last, okay? Right where it sold off last, and you're in that spot. Now, let's see on McDonald's if we're going to continue. We have relative strength on McDonald's as the market's pulling back. Now, we do have some good buyers here. Let's see if we can get past this level. If we do get past this level, we're trading within the box right here on McDonald's. Look at McDonald's right there, okay? So look at the volume. Look at the volume right there, okay? Right here, we got to get past this spot and then the shorts that have pushed it down right here, they'll cover, and then we'll come up to the 281.49. So we have relative strength on McDonald's, right? So let's continue. And right now, we're going to continue to watch, but we are still in a downtrend. We're not done with the downtrend here, okay, on McDonald's yet. Okay, and then we have earnings on the 30th of April. Let's go over to Dominion Energy Incorporated, and we go over and we get up and above on December 14th candlestick downdraft, okay? So when you go into these areas and you do have relative strength on the energy stocks too. Look at this, okay? Okay, you have the relative strength. Now, when you came back here, look how you're holding these higher lows. You come back here, you get the buy signal. You come back, you get the buy signal right there, okay? You're in resistance, you have to pull back. You pull back to support, boom. And what happens? You get the buy signal right there. Now you're in resistance again, okay? So you want to get that pullback. And then we'll see if we're going to run again, okay? Let's go over to Duke Energy, because Duke Energy, same thing, same situation. Slamming right into that resistance spot right there. Okay, did have relative strength as the market was pulling back, though. Okay, we were stronger with the energy stocks right now. That's for now, but we're going to get that pullback too. So we got Coca-Cola with the coming off. Look at this. Now Coca-Cola, you have to know where you are. Where are you right now? You're in resistance. You have a velocity candlestick, so you want to get a pullback. Okay, you want to get a pullback. Look how it came strong. Look at the covering that it came off of $58, okay? Came up very strong, but you have straight up moves, so you got to get that pullback, okay, on Coca-Cola, okay? Let's go over to Disney really fast. And look at Disney. Remember how it got destroyed? All the way down to this level, that 79 range. Now we're at 113.92. Look at the run it's had, okay? Now you're at support. Let's see if we hold and we make another run. Now, how we'll know is we'll just keep following the 2-hour chart, too, okay? Right now, they're selling, okay, into that spot. They're selling down into support again, okay? Let's see if we hold support right at this 110.66 or whatever, and then, boom, we try to make another run. Let's see. We're a mixed bag with volume right now on Disney, okay? I just want to say, with that said, I want everybody to have a nice day. Have a wonderful day trading. Enjoy your weekend. Please like, subscribe, share my channel if you like the content, and I hope this helps everybody and all our friends out. Have a great day.